According to recent studies, over 70% of cat behavior issues come from humans misunderstanding feline communication. Turns out that all cats have this specific set of rules for how they expect their world to work, and they expect you to follow them as well. But when we don't follow these rules, cats get really puzzled. Some withdraw, some misbehave, and some just quietly give up. Understanding these hidden rules will change how your cat sees you. Starting today, you can deepen your bond and truly speak your cat's language. Firstly, you need to rethink direct eye contact. While it might feel perfectly natural to lock eyes with your cat and shower them with affection, seeing them as the only soul who truly understands you, remember that in feline language, a direct, prolonged stare is often perceived as a challenge, even a prelude to conflict in the wild. Unlike humans, even close cat friends don't typically maintain long eye contact. They glance, blink, and move on. So even if your intentions are full of love, a hard stare accidentally communicates aggression, making your cat feel tense rather than loved. Experts like feline behaviorist Dr. Mikel Delgado confirm that cats are highly sensitive to eye movements, interpreting intense stares as a sign of tension. As one pet parent online hilariously recounted, a close-range stare earned them a calm, disapproving slap, not as misbehavior, but as their cat correcting a social etiquette blunder. Instead, adopt the slow blink. Gently close your eyes halfway, pause, then slowly reopen them. This is the ultimate feline expression of peace and safety. If your cat blinks back, consider it a warm love letter from them to you. Secondly, a fundamental rule is to always let your cat initiate contact. This might be a tough pill to swallow for those of us who instantly drop to the floor like a treasure hunter spotting gold every time our cat strolls by, but cats genuinely prefer to approach you on their own terms. While they certainly appreciate and receive the love you offer through scratches and cuddles, most cats feel more secure and content when they're the ones making the first move. It's not that they don't adore you. Rather, autonomy is a crucial part of their love language. Just like a personal experience with my ginger boy Artemis, I used to often get down and press my face into his unbelievably soft fur. While he never outwardly rejected it or ran away, he also didn't quite reciprocate. Yet, when he decided to jump onto my lap, it immediately turned into a full-on hug fest. When you consistently reach out first, especially without an invitation or with quick movements, it can feel to a cat like you're taking away their control over the interaction. And for a cat, maintaining control directly relates to their sense of comfort and safety. Allowing them to come to you might feel like doing nothing, but it's arguably the deepest show of respect you can offer. True, lasting bonding happens not when you seek them out, but when they repeatedly choose you. This simple respect builds a profound trust, opening the door for those treasured moments like purring lap sessions, contented chin rubs, and the intense "I will now knead your leg into mashed potatoes" displays of affection, all because you waited and, most importantly, allowed them to lead the way. Another critical understanding lies in respecting their scent map. The term scent map might be new to you since we humans don't usually navigate our world by odors. Simply put, your cat's scent map is their personalized, invisible geography of safety and belonging. When your cat rubs their face against your furniture or your clothes, it's not just about an itch. They are actively marking their territory with their unique scent. This creates a comforting, secure network that says, "This is mine, this is safe, this is home." So, when we frequently wash these marked items or drastically rearrange their favorite napping spots, we're doing more than just tidying up. We're effectively erasing their entire emotional blueprint of their home. Imagine someone coming into your house, completely reorganizing all your furniture, and then spraying a strange lemon-scented air freshener where your pillow used to smell like lavender. It would be disorienting and uncomfortable, right? Cats feel the same way. When washing is truly necessary, try to introduce new items or freshly cleaned things gradually. Leave a small, unwashed cloth with their scent, or place their old, familiar-smelling bed near the new one. This allows them to re-scent things on their own terms, providing them the comfort and control they need to re-establish their personal map. You'll likely observe them rubbing and sniffing as they reclaim their space, a small but vital ritual you should always honor. Consider how you respond to your cat's vocalizations, specifically their meows. Here's an adorable fact. Adult cats mostly meow to communicate with us, they're humans. They barely meow at each other as adults. It's a vocalization they primarily developed for interspecies communication. Whether you call me a cringe cat daddy or not, I find this truly magical. They're not just making random noises, it's a conscious effort. A 2003 study even revealed that cats adjust the pitch and tone of their meows based on how we respond. Essentially, your cat is fine-tuning their personal language to ensure it effectively reaches you. When their meows are met with silence, they don't just stop, they adapt. This adaptation can mean meowing more persistently, or, sadly, it can lead them to eventually give up trying to communicate entirely. So, the next time your cat meows, try answering back. You don't need to be fluent in meow speak. A simple, gentle voice, a quick glance, or a warm, "Hi, sweetheart," is enough. This acknowledgement tells your cat that their voice matters, that they are heard, and this, in turn, deepens their trust in you. Always ensure your cat has an escape route. Cats absolutely despise feeling trapped or cornered, even if they were just snuggling in your lap mere seconds ago. For a cat, true safety means having the complete freedom to leave any situation at any moment. This deeply ingrained instinct comes from their wild ancestors, where being trapped often meant grave danger. That fundamental sense of vulnerability doesn't magically disappear just because they now have a cozy bed and an endless supply of delicious food. Have you ever noticed your cat hesitating at a doorway, tail twitching slightly, eyes carefully scanning the room? That's not indecision, it's a precise risk assessment. To help them feel secure, always make sure they have a clear exit strategy. Leave doors slightly ajar, allow them to sit near exits if they choose, and avoid crowding them or blocking corners, especially when you have children or guests over. Paradoxically, cats are much more likely to choose to stay when they know they always have the option to leave. This behavior might seem counterintuitive to us, but it's a beautifully honest expression of their deepest need for security. Furthermore, it's vital to understand that you should never pet a cat like you would a dog. While we strive not to compare cats and dogs, this specific point is more about adjusting human habits than species differences. Cats generally do not enjoy full-body pets or heavy, vigorous strokes, especially not without a clear invitation. This type of contact can quickly become overstimulating or even feel threatening to them. Instead, focus on their preferred petting zones, typically their head, cheeks, and gently under the chin. The base of the tail can sometimes be a welcome spot, but consider that an earned privilege. Rushing into a belly rub or a long spine-stroking session without their explicit permission is a surefire way to encounter the claw department. Always observe their body language. Ears forward means keep going, but if their ears start twitching, their skin ripples, or their tail flicks erratically, it's a clear sign to back off. The most effective petting approach for a cat is rhythmic, light, and brief. Think of it more like a polite, respectful handshake rather than an energetic wrestling match. Equally important is honoring your cat's do not disturb sign. When your cat is curled up comfortably in a sunbeam or loafing, with their paws tucked under their body and eyes half closed, they're not just taking a nap. This is sacred, personal time for them. Many well-meaning cat parents might mistakenly view this as the perfect opportunity for a surprise cuddle or a sweet-faced smooch. However, from your cat's perspective, it's akin to someone barging into your bathroom to show you a funny meme, completely unwelcome and disruptive. Cats genuinely love affection, but it has to be on their own terms and initiated when they are ready. Pay attention for their subtle invitation. If they crack one eye open and chirp softly, that's your cue. If they simply tuck in tighter, maybe letting out a quiet sigh through their nose, it's a clear signal to gently back off and respect their peace. Cats have excellent memories for who respects their boundaries, and they will consistently reward that respect with deeper trust and affection. Becoming fluent in cat body language will transform your relationship. Cats communicate far more through their posture, movements, and expressions than they do through vocal sounds. Once you learn to read the room from a feline perspective, your entire understanding of them will change. For example, a rapidly flicking tail doesn't necessarily indicate happiness. It usually signals high stimulation, often verging on irritation or agitation. Similarly, while purring is frequently associated with joy, it can also be a coping mechanism for stress, pain, or an attempt at self-soothing. Kneading, on the other hand, almost universally signifies deep comfort. Even something seemingly straightforward, like showing their belly, can be either an ultimate sign of trust or, sometimes, an irresistible trap. The key is to observe patterns and always interpret movements within their specific context. Pay close attention to what your cat's tail, ears, and overall posture are conveying. It's not about memorizing a rigid list, but rather about developing a keen sense of observation and truly paying attention. Cats speak volumes, clearly and eloquently, once you stop expecting them to communicate exactly like us. Maintaining the sanctity of the litter box is another critical aspect. Many cat owners might not fully grasp this, but the litter box is far more than just a functional utility space. It's a deeply vulnerable zone for your cat. This is where they go when they are at their most exposed and feeling their most vulnerable. Consequently, if the box is too dirty, located in a noisy or chaotic part of the house, or doesn't offer a clear escape route, they might understandably avoid it altogether. Covered boxes can trap strong odors, making the space unpleasant, and can also make cats feel claustrophobic and trapped. Scented litter is akin to using heavily perfumed air freshener in a public restroom. Not everyone appreciates lavender when trying to focus. Instead, choose a quiet, private location for the litter box. Scoop it at least once, ideally twice, a day. Always opt for unscented litter, and whenever possible, leave the box uncovered to provide them with clear sightlines and ventilation. For multi-cat households, the golden rule is one litter box per cat, plus one extra, ensuring ample options and reducing potential conflict. These practices aren't just about cleanliness, they're about profound respect for your cat's most private moments, and adhering to them can prevent a wide range of stress-related behavioral issues. Finally, remember that for a cat, routine isn't boring. It's a source of profound comfort and safety. Unlike humans who often seek novelty, cats thrive on predictability. The same feeding times, the same window watching spots, the familiar ritual of evening cuddles in the same place. These consistencies build a stable and predictable world for them. Sudden disruptions, whether it's a family vacation, new furniture rearranging their familiar layout, or even inconsistent mealtimes, can trigger anxiety and stress, even if these changes seem insignificant to us. Actively build small routines that include your cat in their daily life, a specific morning greeting, an afternoon snack ritual, or a dedicated evening couch session. This kind of consistency fosters a strong sense of confidence in your cat, and confident cats are typically much more affectionate, happy, and well-adjusted companions. Quiet is also a deeply undervalued form of connection for felines. Not every moment shared with your cat needs to be filled with sound, play, or overt interaction. Cats often cherish quiet companionship, whether they're sitting beside you while you read, observing birds together from a windowsill, or simply existing peacefully in the same room. This isn't passive. It's a powerful form of bonding. Cats are masters of presence and living in the moment. If they choose to be near you, even without touching or demanding attention, it's a profound indicator of their deep trust and affection. Learn to let silence speak volumes. Resist the human urge to constantly narrate every movement or fill every quiet moment. Just simply be with them, breathe with them. They undoubtedly feel and appreciate that unspoken connection. Misunderstandings like these are more common than you think. Even something as seemingly simple as cats knocking things off tables turns out it's not just mischief. Researchers have dug into this intriguing behavior, and what they found might surprise you. If you want to dive deeper into another one of your cat's seemingly bizarre actions, watch this next video.